And we're back with part two of this What's Your Passion discussion. Now, you see, here's the thing for me. Like I said, when I first was watching, Sailor Moon, I taped like every episode from the first, here, hold on. The first, season, and then up to, I'm pretty sure I've done this, right? But I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do it again because I'm happy. Up to, here. Okay? Basically, you would get like this top row, and I was over here stupid, and this whole left side. Okay? So you had all that to watch. Now, eventually, the show got basically axed. And I was so passionate for that the show should stay here in America because here's what a lot of people that watch anime now don't realize. Okay? And I want people to just really think about this. If Techno Man, when it came here, when it came with Sailor Moon, when it first showed up in America, if that, and if, fuck, what else was it? I'm pretty sure it's not. At least if that and, if Techno Man and Sailor Moon bombed, you're probably not getting Pokemon, and you're sure as shit wouldn't get Naruto or One Piece, and you'd have to do it like I did when I had to buy Windaria, they were 11 and Battle Skippers and buy them on fucking VHS. Okay? So what happened was, a lot of people were like upset that when the show got eventually canceled from the networks the first time. I wrote literally to the network that it was on, and I was like, I was writing to any network that would listen. And USA Network eventually took the show and put it on 8:30 in the morning. No bullshit. 8:30 in the morning. Well, it was 8:30 or like 2. It may have been 8:30. And it was only on for a little while. Cartoon Network eventually got it, and they had it on like weekdays. And unfortunately, I had to wait till. And they had it on like Saturdays, but on Saturdays it was on like 2:15 in the fucking morning, which means I had to wait till I went to my father's living. Check this out, YouTube source, in the basement, where it was really fucking cold because his bitch girlfriend, but that's another story. Anywho, so I would go there and I would just watch literally the rest of that season, and I was watching because they actually had season 3. What the fuck? And here's what really, and I did this rant. And everybody, just do yourself a favor. Go into my older videos and watch my 2-part rant that I did on the Sailor Moon censorship thing. Because I totally go into the whole thing about when they censored Zoisite, when they censored Uranus and Neptune. Oh yes, check this out. It was the first time ever that America actually would get to deal with censorship in a cartoon series. Let's be frank about it. The Simpsons is one of the greatest shows ever. But when you're dealing with the subject of homosexuality, the idea should never be to take a piss at it. And I get that it's a sitcom and whatever, and it's a cartoon sitcom, so maybe I'm beating a dead horse, but in my opinion, there's better ways to deal with it. But what Dick did was, when they first had the show, was they took Zoisite and made Zoisite from a man to a woman. Well, specifically, they changed the voice. Okay, that wasn't too bad, and Zoisite's partner was still a guy. Okay, this one was a little bit more unforgivable. What they did was, this was still a woman, as was Uranus. but they had to have their relationship altered drastically. How drastically? They couldn't be like made sisters. No, that would be like too bearable. So what they did was they edited them down to cousins. Yeah. And the fact that there's a lot of people that watch the sub version of Sailor Moon and were really pissed off about it. But see, at one point, I didn't give a fuck. Now, yeah, so it's like, okay, so basically we just covered, what, seasons 1 and 2, right? Well, alright, here's season 3. I'm gonna back up over here. And here's season 3. And it's like, yeah, basically, these two had to be edited in a way that was really severe, and I guarantee you pissed a lot of people off. A lot of people that never really knew what the fuck happened. Fortunately, this season is available on box set, and I'm sure you can find it on in separate volumes if you chose to go that route. But it's like, yeah, they're fucking cousins. Censorship is un-American. Remember that, folks. Anywho, so season 3 comes and goes, and then we get to season 4. Eventually, the shows following here, it seems to have died out. And I think I'm one of the few people that still bangs the drum for the show. Why? Because, like I've said, it is one of the shows I am vehemently passionate about. One of the few. Because it got me into anime, and it got me interested into what's the difference between a sub and a dub and editing and all this bullshit. And it's like, but then it's like, okay, we get it. You can't handle homosexuality in this country, apparently. What the fuck? Then I went and read why we didn't get this season. And I actually had to look up Wikipedia for this one. This, unfortunately, I guarantee you, it's not so much the networks that couldn't deal with it, although I'm sure they couldn't. And they were making damn sure they didn't get it. But I'm going to give you 2 parts. We're going to dedicate 2 entire videos to why this season never made it to the US. And I'm going to give you my personal and passionate plea to why we should still have it, and I don't mean in the way that I do. I'll see you all in about 2 minutes. See you then.